Morning people, welcome back to F Politics. Today, Defense Secretary Grant Shapps confirmed that from the moment the Tories started supporting the Israeli government's bombing campaign in Gaza back in October, they knew they were supporting the complete eradication of Palestine. Because Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said yesterday that he does not want there to be a Palestinian state. And I'm going to show you 3 clips from Grant Shapps' response to that, which show you that the Tories have been on board with ethnic cleansing from the start.
But we do agree that Israel has a right to defend itself.
Now that's the line the Tories have been using to support the Israeli government since the start, but that line itself is suspect because the Israeli government has effective control over the territory of Gaza. They control who goes in and out, they control the supply of food, water and electricity, as was explained by UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese.
Self-defense under international law, it's a legal term of art and means the right to wage a war. Israel cannot claim the right of self-defense against a threat that emanates from the territory it occupies, from a territory that is kept under belligerent occupation. And this is not only this exists in the jurisprudence of the ICJ in general, it's also been said in the case of the occupied Palestinian territory.
But then she goes on to counter the narrative of, oh, but what did you expect Israel to do after such a horrendous attack?
Now, what Israel was allowed to do to act to reestablish law and order, to repel the attack, neutralize whomever was carrying out the attacks, and then proceed with law and order measures.
But especially to still be using that self-defense argument after Hamas killed roughly 1,300 people in October, and now the Israeli government has killed 24,000 people in Gaza. To still be using the argument of self-defense is fucking ludicrous. But here's the key point.
I think it's disappointing to hear Benjamin Netanyahu saying he doesn't believe in a two-state solution. In fairness, he said that all of his political career, as far as I can tell.
Okay, so he supported the Israeli government invading the Palestinian territory of Gaza, knowing that the person at the head of the Israeli government's invasion didn't want the Palestinian state to exist at all. I'm gonna use an analogy just so that we're all on the same page here. If I go on holiday and give my neighbor my keys so that she can go in and feed my dog or something, that's cool. I know what she plans to do. But if she had said throughout the entire time that I'd known her that she didn't believe I had the right to my own home, that she believed that my home should be her home, guess what? I'm not giving her my key. Meanwhile, the UK government has backed the Israeli government throughout. They've even provided spy planes and naval support. The UK government helped hand the keys to somebody who they knew didn't believe in the right of the Palestinian people to self-determination, their right to even be their own country. And that doesn't just endanger Gaza, because it means the West Bank's days are numbered too. It also puts things in perspective because the Tories have been treating any protester who chants "from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free" as inciting genocide, even though the original two-state solution had Palestine as being free from the river to the sea. And yet the Tories have been supporting Netanyahu's invasion of Gaza for 4 months, knowing that his plan is the total eradication of Palestine. Hypocrisy level, genocidal. And the only thing the Tories have said to mitigate that throughout is this.
And we do think that there is a responsibility to maintain international humanitarian law.
And that argument is also utterly ludicrous, coming from a party that has spent the last few months engaged in a war with itself over who's more willing to break international human rights law. The crux of their illegal migration bill is that they want to be able to break the Refugee Convention and the European Convention on Human Rights. So if the only thing limiting the UK government's support for Netanyahu's genocide against the people of Palestine is the Tories' respect for international human rights, best believe there are no limits. The UK government has been supporting the ethnic cleansing of 2 million people in Gaza with its whole chest for 3 months. I'm Femi. Make sure you follow F Politics so politics doesn't F you. Have a great week.